We observe a group of 3 raptors, 1 full-grown adult and 2 subadults. The 2 subadults have just killed a baby Carnotaurus. The 2 younger brothers begin to eat their feast while the eldest keeps watch. Suddenly, an aggressive Diabloceratops, seeming very territorial, arrives to prevent the raptors from eating. The alarm cry is sounded. Before engaging the behemoth, the eldest looks around to make sure it is indeed alone. Indeed, that's the case. The harassment phase begins. Young yet already very dangerous, the 2 youngest quickly found openings to attack the Diabloceratops. These 2 attacks are starting to make the ceratopsian bleed. Probably not enough yet to make it hesitate. They will continue the harassment, waiting for the opening for the decisive attack that will likely seal the behemoth's fate. The Diabloceratops has excellent defense, able to confront its adversaries with quick lateral movements, ready to shake off any inexperienced opportunist who rushes to attack. The raptors have their work cut out for them. They face a strong and agile opponent despite weighing around 2 tons. Don't worry, this Omniraptor is schizophrenic. It's a known ailment on this island where dinosaurs sometimes imagine doing things that never actually happened. The opening still does not appear. Faced with the impasse, the eldest tries to call for help. Patience pays off now. It suffered a terrible attack. The sharp claws of the 3 raptors slashed deeply into its flesh, causing it to bleed profusely. It is time to let it bleed out. A few moments later, the Diabloceratops begins to feel its strength fading. It decides to leave the area, but the raptors are hungry and won't let their dinner escape. The behemoth continues to lose blood. If nothing is done, its death is inevitable. The raptors sense that the outcome of the battle is near. They continue their harassment. But the Diabloceratops is tenacious. Even weakened, it can still inflict deadly wounds on its attackers. Just when all seemed lost for the Diabloceratops, luck smiled upon it. It finds a mud puddle that could soothe its wounds. But will it manage to cover itself in mud while the raptors continue to attack? Unfortunately, no. The Diabloceratops fails to cover itself in mud. It continues to dangerously lose blood. Under relentless harassment and suffering heavy blood loss, the Diabloceratops begins to exhibit rather peculiar movements. It spins around as if it's starting to lose its sanity. The end is near. Bogged down in the mud, bleeding heavily, the Diabloceratops collapses into the mud. What will the raptors do? The smell of this heavy bleeding attracts a curious youngster, a baby Pachycephalosaurus that starts playing around the Diabloceratops, unaware of the danger looming before him. It's incredible. After collapsing into the mud, the Diabloceratops seems to have regained strength. The mud has soothed its wounds, and it is no longer bleeding. It decides to leave the mud puddle. What will it attempt? The raptors take advantage and bite the behemoth again. Unfortunately, its wounds reopen, and it begins to bleed once more. This prompts it to return to the mud puddle. The Diabloceratops, feeling the blood flowing from its body, understands that to soothe its wounds, it must lie down in the mud. That's what it tries to do. But unfortunately for him, the raptors give him no respite. They continue to harass him and inflict terrible wounds. The hunger becomes unbearable for the raptors, leading them to take greater risks to finish their prey. The prey's resilience is truly surprising, enduring so much suffering and fighting until its last breath. Here comes the end of the powerful male ceratopsian, territorial and full of pride. Taking with him into the depths of a mud lake, a young raptor who sought to feast on his flesh. Once again, we observe how cruel Mother Nature can be on the Isle. We hope you enjoyed this story. On this channel, you will find similarly thrilling and captivating tales from prehistory. If you liked it, please share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you and see you soon.